Minecraft. But every 10 days, I draw an epic scene from something that happened in the last 10 days. Hopefully something epic happens, otherwise I'll have to make something epic. I wanted to try and work on my backgrounds, and I thought Minecraft would be the most fun way to learn backgrounds and just draw more interesting things. If this series does well, I will continue. I will do another 10 days and draw another scene from it, and yeah, we can see how long we can make this series go on for until ultimately I mess up Minecraft and no one ever wants to watch me play again, because I'm shocking at it, really. But you should watch the rest of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. As to be expected, not much happened on day 1. I dug out a hole in a mountain for a safe place to rest for the night, and luckily stone was found very quickly. I wrestled with the stairs and realised I'm a bit of a cheapskate when it comes to wood, so I turned the wood into slabs to make my floor. I imagine this will anger a lot of folk. I realised I had no idea how to make charcoal, so I had to call back the knowledge of 12-year-old me who absolutely bossed at Minecraft, and I figured it out. With my new torches, I decided it was time to mine. While mining, this horrible sound started echoing through the walls. No. I'm not a fan. I don't like that much. No thanks. No thank you. That was day 1. It snowed. And that was the end of day 1. Sick. Day 2, an unexpected visitor arrived. Oh my... Holy moly. I decided it was far too dangerous to venture into the beyond without some iron armor. So, mining I went, ignoring the spooky sounds and remembering this sick trick I remembered from the good old days. It proved itself to be a one-time achievement. Lapis was found, and I usually ignore it, but a few levels couldn't hurt. This would turn out to be a waste of time. Anyway, you'll find out more about that later. After a while, I finally found iron. I'd begun to lose hope, thinking it was on a completely different level, and all of the hardcore Minecraft fans would be laughing at me, but here I was. Then I soon realized I had no coal. None at all. So back in the mine I went. Greedy from my success, I built up the reckless courage to investigate the scary noises, and this is what I found. Thinking it was a cave, I dumped my valuables, which wasn't a lot, and embarked on my adventure. It wasn't a cave, it was imminent death. Knowing if I tried to go back, I'd just make a fool of myself and not be able to find the exit. I attempted to find a new way out, but failed. No! This little guy cheered me up. Hello. And I tried to jump back into the nearest pond, hoping it'd lead me straight back to my stuff. It didn't. So on again, and luckily, a dim, cozy light shone through the mountain, and I was home, with no levels, and no wood. I'd have to wait, shivering, in the corner of my house, until sunrise. Another day, another dollar, or in this case, another creeper. It started to snow unexpectedly, and it was so pretty to watch. I wanted to climb to the tippy top of the mountain to get a better look, and wow, it was so pretty. A bit too pretty. Minecraft really kicks you while you're down, doesn't it? Oh, and again. That's enough snow. Back to basics. I begrudgingly set back out to find more iron and hopefully coal. I had a small lapse of bravery where I thought I could retrieve my stuff, but rechecked my hearts and nah, no one is going nowhere. So with my tail between my legs, I returned to mining. And I found coal! Yes, your girl found coal. I was so pleased. Sadly, it was only a few, but I doubt we'll really need all that much. Yo, and iron? And with that success, day 3 was over. Oh boy. Day 4. I collected my iron and thought it was time for a sweet upgrade to my door. Still, getting used to the controls, I didn't like opening and closing the door, so I got these handy pressure plates to do it. Careful not to put it on the outside though, since I wasn't fond of uninvited guests. I made a sword, some shears, and a helmet. Shears aren't super important. I usually only use them once, and shoes are probably a better idea. But once I was playing a game where there were literally no sheep, so shears was my only option, and I still live as if that's the case. It's like trauma of some kind. I'm kidding. It was still too dark to go out, and it began to occur to me that there are these ghoulish flying things that stalk you if you don't sleep, and I haven't slept. In 4 days, I needed to make a bed. So I set out on another adventure. I was particularly confused by this floating sand, but thought it safer to accept and move on. I avoided a giant polar bear, which I had no idea was there, and destroyed some sugarcane. I didn't mean to, but a little sugarcane can't hurt. Then I found, you guessed it, grass. Real grass with water and emeralds. There was iron, coal, it was perfect. I set up a second home and did some unspeakable things to some animals. Finally, had my first snack in the game. No, I'm sorry. This is my karma. I take it back. Oh, you're dead. And ran home to grab my stuff. Bad idea. I got greedy. I found more coal and just had to mine it. This would cost me my life. I couldn't find my house, and I could hear skeletons getting closer and closer. I even got shot, and I had to dig a hole to save myself. And that is where I spent the night. Most of day 5 was spent trying to find my house. I did more unspeakable things to some poor cows, and looked back at footage to find my house's coordinates, which was still nearly impossible. Finally, I found the little hobbit hole I'd made and let the relief sink in, until I remembered why I came. To leave again. Luckily, I found house 2 very quickly, swiftly dodging a polar bear, and spent the night in my new home. My easier to find home. During the night, I decided to touch up on the interior, but I'd completely run out of wood and realised that making slabs doesn't actually save any wood at all, much to my dismay. I had to wait until morning to make this place homely. I believe it became morning a lot faster than I thought, since I could still hear zombies for a while, but that was because I was probably right next to a cave. Very safe. I saw a sheep and finally grabbed some wool. Now there is just a naked sheep roaming the wilderness. Shield your eyes, children. I chopped down a few trees and finally set my spawn point. No more fear. Well, we'll see. Next few days were a bit of a blur, because let me tell you, a lot happened. I mined some more coal and continued to upgrade my new base. Yet another uninvited guest made a special appearance, and I don't have the recording of it, but I frickin' screamed, I swear. It sounded something like this. My base ended up looking quite cozy after a while, and it was time to sleep, which must mean it's now day 7. Day 7, I chopped a lot of wood and just worked. I grabbed some sand for glass, abused a rabbit, and dug out a window for my humble abode. I couldn't decide how far I wanted to go with this window. I didn't think it was worth digging out the entire mountain, since I imagine I'll be moving again in the future, but who knows, this could be my forever home. We'll see. I instantly hated this glass, and I don't know why. I had a brain fart and used the glass blocks. I literally never used those. So I turned my remaining glass into glass panes and used those instead. I changed a nook in the ceiling, and I couldn't sleep because there must have been a part of the mountain where loads of mobs were. I will have to fix that tomorrow. Wait, no, I decided to do it now. Great. I tempted fate, and the skeleton beat the absolute crap out of me. I waited in fear while waiting for morning. Day 8 was now commencing, and I was still hiding, like a baby. I have no idea how he could see me, but this X-ray seeing skeleton got owned. I cleared the infected area and mined more coal and iron. I then made the worst decision. I decided to go adventuring, and this would cause a chain of reactions to follow. Always a good idea, am I right? I lit up the caves in the surrounding area to avoid another zombie outbreak. I got bamboozled by a wandering trader, but it was completely deserved because I need a chill on the arson and murder. I really wanted this lead, but you can literally see it burning in the flame. I'm so mad. He had some fantastic deals, but I just had to refuse. I didn't learn my lesson and set fire to more animals, and I was really being taught a lesson today, huh? Just wasn't going through my skull. I grabbed wood, got rejected by a wolf, stole more coal, and this mad lad of a trader beat up a zombie. I can only imagine he did a Negan and beat him with a stick, because I could not find a weapon or anything. I thanked him and went to bed. Day 9, and let's move along. I mined some iron, made a lantern for some reason, and fully kitted on iron armor. I then had a mission: get to the top of that mountain. I climbed the waterfall, which was a lot harder than expected, but honestly, I can't climb a waterfall in real life, so props to my character for defying the laws of physics. I found coal, iron, and panicked as the sun was setting. I decided to do what I do best and dig. I wanted to basically mine my way home. I believed at the time this would be the safest option. At some point, I turned around and started mining the other way, and oh boy, this was bad. I got ambushed. I didn't even realize I started mining the wrong way. They all hated that I'd been setting fire to the innocent creatures of the planet, and they wanted revenge. I fought for my life, but a witch had other ideas. She freaking drugged me and herself. I think she wanted to party, but I wasn't really in the mood. So now I'm just drugged and dying. This was when I realized I went the wrong way. I was really losing all hope. I turned around, went the other way, and finally found I was going the right way. But the sun was rising. Nothing wrong with that, it just meant I failed my night mission, which was an embarrassing L for me. I thought I'd dig my way down, but one last skeleton had it out for me. He was not gonna let me get home in one piece. I hopped down, slowly and carefully, and that skeleton, that skeleton. Day 10 had started, and I was mad as heck. I collected my stuff and cursed all skeletons. They may not have known it, but they had just declared war. So on we went. Day 10. I decided I want to end my evil ways of burning animals and steal from hungry, undeserving families instead. So I intended to make a bed in order to go on an adventure to find a village.
Hello, sheepy. Where are you? Hello.
Getting wool was a lot harder than I thought it'd be.
Oh, sorry.
And during the struggle, I noticed something very important. Remains. Remains of a foe. Of an enemy, if you will. I made victory and plucked the bones off the ground. He had died alone, and I had liked it. That's what you get, skeleton. I found the suspicious gang.
Whoa. Stay away from my sheep. Hello, Mr. Sheep. Two of them! Cray cray.
I then made a bed and set out for the adventure of a lifetime. You ever heard the saying, adventure is at home?
I don't want to do this. I can't do this. No.
Me neither, but it could be, so I stayed put. I planned to build a staircase that would reach the top of this mountain since I thought that'd be awesome, but night drew near, and before I knew it, it was the end of day 10, which meant it was time for a mediocre depiction of this epic tale. I was so overwhelmed by having to draw a background that I put this off for weeks, and I can tell you, this took me around 7 hours. I have no idea why it took so long. That's insane. I didn't even do much of a background because the wall was in the way, so I feel like I kind of cheated a little with this one. I just finished an animation that I wasn't happy with, video linked in the corner if you want to see it. So I was feeling pretty down about art, but I was really excited to start drawing some fan art again, and completely forgot the Minecraft fan art that I needed to do. So I definitely think once I get better at drawing backgrounds, and once I'm used to it, I will enjoy and even look forward to drawing them. And they shouldn't take me half as long. There is no detail on her clothes and everything is so thrown together. I really think in the future this will look so much better if I keep trying, which is definitely the plan. Please let me know if you enjoyed this video and would like a part 2, and maybe even a part 3, and maybe more. I want to do more, but I also want everyone else to enjoy these videos because they take a little while to make, and I don't want to put on hold any other content for something that no one wants to watch. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Now I need to continue my war with the skeletons, but also save my drawings by giving them a real background. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the rest of the drawing.